and we'll go over. Okay, test. Next time I see you. If that's Monday, because I'm not real confident about the schedule either. If it's Monday, that's when your mitosis test is. If it's Tuesday, that's when your mitosis test is. If there's snow again, we don't come until Wednesday, that's when your mitosis test is.
This is snow? Hey,
There's no snow, but just a bit. Okay, guys, let's get back in here. Because if you will study this packet, you will get an A on your test. The first phase of mitosis is called what? Prophase. Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, and cytokinesis. I call it PMAT plus C. Mr. George calls it PMAT C.
Mr. Smith, so you put a circle either A or D?
You, down here, yes. But let's get to that. Okay. During which phase of mitosis do chromosomes line up along the middle of the dividing cell? Metaphase. M stands for middle. Number 12. Which of the following represents the phases of mitosis in their correct sequence? Well, A is right.
Yeah.
Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase.
So D, though.
But I would also accept D. There are some biologists that consider cytokinesis its own part. But I would accept either one of these. When I write the test, it's going to be most different. Leandra.
It seems to make sense. There's no cell.
I'm not down that far yet. Wait till I get down there. Then it will make sense. Okay, what does the figure show? The figure shows mitosis. We're talking about this figure over here. Okay? This is mitosis. We've got prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. Alright? So this is mitosis. We didn't show cytokinesis. Had we put interphase in here, we have a nucleus where there is no chromosomes formed, our centrioles have not moved, then this would be interphase. And if we ask that same question, this is no longer mitosis, this is the cell cycle. It's the whole thing. Just like we did on our plate. The whole plate is the cell cycle. Only that small pie shape is mitosis and cytokinesis. Okay, is it an animal cell or a plant cell? Animal, it's round. Says, how do you know? There is no cell wall present and it's not square. That's an easy way to know. There's no cell wall and it's not square. How many chromosomes does the cell have? Well, a lot of people said 46 because they assume that's what all cells have. 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 4 chromosomes. Okay. What is the structure labeled X? Well, X is right up here, and it's shooting out its fancy Spidey-Man stuff. So this must be our centriole. It's the centriole. And there's 2 words that we get confused that both start with T, or excuse me, with C, centriole, centromere. And we'll talk about what the centromere is and what the centriole is. But the centriole shoots out the spindle fibers. That's what Y is. All of these are spindle fibers. They go down, hook onto the chromosomes, and pull them back towards the poles. What is the correct order for the diagram in this figure? D, A, C, and B. What is the role of the spindle during mitosis? It helps separate the chromosomes. The structure labeled A is called the what? It's the cell plate. And again, we're not talking about the equator here. We're talking about this line, and that is the cell plate. This process occurs only in plants that have just divided. One difference between cell division in plant cells and animal cells is that plant cells have a cell plate. Up until this point, animal cells and plant cells are exactly the same. But animal cells can do the whole cytokinesis pinching together, cleavage, and come apart and form daughter cells. And plant cells can't do that because the cell wall is made out of cellulose, which is very, very, very stiff. Can't do it. One difference between cell division and plant cells, cell plate, okay, we covered that. During normal mitotic cell division, mitotic is just another word for mitosis. Mitotic cell division, a parent cell having 4 chromosomes will produce 2 daughter cells, each with 4 chromosomes. Now there's a reason, Kevin, they put here normal, because in mitosis we have something that's not normal. And that's what we talked about last class. Cancer is a disorder in which some cells have lost their ability to control their growth rate. Cancer cells form masses of cells called tumors. Cancer affects only multicellular organisms. If you're a single cell, you don't divide. No, plants are unicellular. Okay? Plants, I assume, and I don't know this, but I assume they're multicellular, and they could, I'm sure there may be some form of plant cancer. But a bacteria can't get cancer because it doesn't go through mitosis. And we're talking about mitosis. What was my definition for cancer? What did I say cancer was? Mitosis gone crazy. Mitosis gone wild. It's out of control. So look at this figure. Which diagram shows cancer cells? Well, this one's got this big, huge mass here that we call a what? Starts with a T. What did we just say? A tumor. Okay. And this is nice, orderly, neat mitosis.
So it's like, it's like cells trapped.
No, it means they're just reproducing. It's like going down to the copier and the copier going berserk, and you wanted 10 copies of something, and the next thing you know, there's 100, and then there's 1,000, and then pretty soon the entire room is filled. Well, if this is inside of your lung and it's filling up with these, then pretty soon your lung can't exchange oxygen and you're going to die. So it is mitosis gone crazy. It's out of control. So how do you know? Mitosis is out of control and the tumor is developing. And to my knowledge, I think Kevin asked this last time, there's no place on the human body you cannot develop cancer. That goes through mitosis. So I assume while eggs are inside of the ovaries that they're safe, and I assume that because they don't go through mitosis, I assume that that's probably the only place in the human body is possibly with our 2 gametes, both with sperm and with eggs. So, next page. Okay, here's the part that you must know. Must. Humans, how many somatic cells do we have? 46. We also call them body cells. We have 46, okay? Forget the number of pairs. Just forget this column. We don't care. How many chromosomes come from your mother? 23. How many come from your dad? 23. All right, let's work a couple of other ones. How many come from a horse?
30.
30. 30. These are gametes. Gamete. Gamete. Okay, thank you. Gamete. And this comes from your mom, so what do we call mom's gametes?
Eggs.
Eggs. Sperm. Okay, so the next one is 6 and 6, like 9, let's say. Okay, stop. I don't care about the rest of them. Here's what I do want you to know. Look at orangutans. This is also like chimps, chimpanzees, gorillas. All have 48. What's the closest thing in here that has close to 48? Humans, 46. What this chart shows you is that all of these have different chromosomes, but half have to come from mom and half have to come from dad. You must know this. Okay? You also must know sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. All right? You understand that? What is sexual reproduction? It's a what? No, go ahead, Kev. What is sexual reproduction? To me, but what are we doing? Not the act. What is happening? That's where you come from talking about it, because we're going to talk about it in FLE, but right now, I'm only interested in one thing, what we're talking about. Huh? To reproduce, what are we exchanging? What is mom bringing to the game? 23 chromosomes. What's dad bringing to the game? 23 chromosomes. This is the importance of sexual reproduction. That's why it's so strong. Now, asexual's got some advantages. Asexual is fast. That's why bacteria are asexual. That's why you can start one day with a culture this big and the next day have millions, because they're reproducing asexual. Let's take a hydra. It's a little thing that lives in the ocean. Okay, that little hydra plant. He has 30 chromosomes. You might want to write this down. You're going to see it on your test. He has 30 chromosomes. He is an asexual organism. He does not exchange genetic material with another hydra. If when he gets ready to have another she, because there is no sex, they bud a piece off here, it grows a little bit, it falls down, the next thing you know, you got another hydra. If this hydra has 30 chromosomes, how many chromosomes does this hydra have? Thank you. We have 30 chromosomes. You must know this. This is everything we're talking about with mitosis. So mitosis is involving this exchange of genetic material. Hold on, Ryan. Okay, because we're almost done. All right, you must know this. Put an underline around it. Okay. Okay, just here. Let's pause this. Let's finish these up. Okay, so we'll get rid of the pollen up here, plant sperm. And everybody should be able to check that themselves. They should know these. Check and make sure you have them right. Remember, anaphase, telophase. In telophase, we've got cleavage. Okay, we don't see that in a plant. Remember, cytokinesis means moving apart. Cyto means cell, kinesis means move. And that's why in some mitosis diagrams, see, you don't see cytokinesis up here, because it's that last bit, when it breaks and they start moving apart, that starts cytokinesis. Once they're apart, then they're daughter cells. So this is almost an instantaneous thing, because our last real phase is telophase. So it goes telophase, 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 boom, cytokinesis. That moment that they're moving apart is cytokinesis, because as soon as they're apart, they become two daughter cells that are exact copy of the parent cell. Okay? So plant mitosis, same thing. The only thing you have to remember here is that we have a cell plate. And I may ask you a question, why do plants have a cell plate and animals do not? And you better be able to tell me, because the cell wall is so hard and stiff. It can't go through telophase and cleavage and pinch off. Then,
All it has to do is cytoplasm and makes the second one.
yeah, what it does is it forms from the inside out. So it kind of starts right here, then it moves a little ways this way, moves a little ways this way, until it gets across here. It creates a new cell wall, and then you've got two cells, and it starts all over again. And as it builds, it pushes out. Slowly pushes out. Okay. Questions? Here's your chances. Forever hold your peace.